Kagekid Creative presents Kagekids Kitchen, Kagekids Kitchen, Kagekids Kitchen, Kagekids Kitchen, Kagekids Kitchen. Hi, my name is James, aka Kagekid, and you are watching my show, KageKid's Kitchen. This is my 6th episode, which is my Christmas special, and I'm joined here today with Baker and Windem, and we're about to have a lit-ass time. The next lesson after chicken is usually red meat, and we usually learn how to cook all different types of steaks and beef in the best way possible, but today we're going to be focusing on steak, and the best thing to do with steak is to make it with some sides. So today I'm going to be making a rosemary butter basted ribeye, pesto potato Duchess with some fried beet chips on the side.
Damn, that sounds immaculate.
So the very first thing that we're going to do is we're going to start by boiling our potatoes. I'm going to show you how to peel a potato and also how to cut it. So first thing you want to do is you want to make sure that all of the skin is off of your potato.
That's weird too. When I peel a potato, it never come out like that.
Like what?
It be peeled all over the place. I'm just like slicing at it.
You ever feel like you get afraid you might cut your finger, like peel off pieces?
I used to feel like that, but I used to work at this place where I literally had to peel like 3 bags of potatoes a day.
3 bags?
Yeah.
Little bags or like the...
Not like the big...
Oh, nah.
Whole sacks of potatoes.
Yeah, the whole sacks of potatoes, and ever since then, I'm like, I can't be afraid because, honestly, once your potato is all cut, the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to cut it right into half, and you have your 2 halves here. Cut those halves into half so that you have quarters, and then you can do them in thirds or in halves depending on the size of your potato, but essentially you want them to be about 1 inch thick. Like this, just so that the potatoes cook nice and evenly. After your potatoes are all cut up, the next thing that you're going to do is put them right over into your water on the top over here. Now that our potatoes are boiling, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to get started on our pesto and our beets. In here, I have basil, spinach, some roasted garlic, Parmesan cheese, pine nuts, some salt, some pepper, and some olive oil as well. And in here, I just have a beet already peeled up, and we're gonna peel those later for our beet chips.
Chop it up.
We're gonna chop it up. Actually, if you want to, you could just press this button right here, and it does the chopping for you.
Okay.
Oh, nah. Spinning. Hold on. Hold on, bro. Got a whole list there.
Yep.
Alright.
Chopping skills.
That look like nice dipping sauce.
Pesto is good on lots of things like pasta, sandwiches, literally so many things. But I'm using it for mashed potatoes, which is literally unheard of. So it's gonna be lots of fun.
Pesto mashed potatoes. See, this can only get this in Kagekid Kitchen. It's
literally true.
I love mashed potatoes.
Right, you can only get that.
I was trying to look up if anyone else has done this when I was looking up how to do this recipe. It doesn't exist. Pesto mashed potatoes.
Okay, so we here for first time invention.
Exactly.
Okay, exclusive.
The next thing that you're going to do is you want to peel your beets. I don't really care about the pigmentation of my hand, but normally you should do this with gloves because beets will stain your hands red when you're done. But all you really want to do is just get some nice peel, and you can see this red part right here. If you ever want to use natural food coloring for anything, you can always use beets. It has a natural red color that you can add to most things. But essentially you just want to get a bunch of nice peels out of it, just like so.
I've never even seen a beet get peeled. I don't think I've seen a beet outside of already being sliced in a salad, bro. I don't think I go to the supermarket and ever pick up just a beet to pick up a beet.
You know what it look like? You know when you scrape your knee on the concrete?
Nah, that's the only image I had now.
You know this from me.
Gave myself a pills. When I first saw beets, that's what I thought all the time. God.
My hand is literally turning wildly red.
I can't really think about beets without thinking about Dwight from The Office. That's just synonymous with me.
When your beet chips are done, they should look like this. And then we'll get them ready to fry. Once your oil is nice and hot, you're gonna take your beets and you're gonna put them right inside of the oil.
You don't even use no flour, then just throw that shit right in there, huh?
Right in there.
The oil respects it.
You gotta respect the oil.
Oh my god.
That is true.
Is the oil turning red?
Yes, it is. That beet turns everything red. Your hands, your oil, whatever you're putting it into. I originally was gonna put the beets right into the potatoes and do like a yin-yang situation, but I was like, nah.
And it's just so satisfying.
I should make a 3-hour loop video of me just putting beets into a pan.
Right, it's definitely satisfying. Like the way it just bubbles up.
Soothing sounds that you like to hear.
Secret sounds that you like to hear.
We don't want ASMR this episode.
The beet chips don't need to stay in here for very long. They only take about 3 minutes. After that, you should give them a little flip and take them out in about 1.5 minutes. And that's it. That's as easy as it is to make beet chips.
How you gonna flip and they kind of thin and you don't really know which ones went in first versus which ones. Can you track which ones went in?
First, second, third. The order is like right to left. Honestly, it's a good question because I feel like that is second nature to me, but I know bad people at home. They're like, I don't even know where like
I started on that side, bro. Okay, so the more they bubble up is
Exactly.
when they closer to getting ready to flip them.
Exactly.
Ah.
Yeah. You're a little longer. You can see the edges are starting to crisp up too. That's how you know like it's starting. Like this is someone I just put in. The edges aren't really crisp like that.
Yeah, it's still even a little flimsy.
Once your beets are nice and crispy, you're gonna take them and you're gonna transfer them to a paper towel lined bowl, just so that it can take out all of the excess oil.
Like healthy.
Once your beet chips are done, you're gonna take a little bit of salt.
Bro, because I've tried to do salt bait. Actually, when I tried to just all the salt everywhere, like it don't work out. Yeah, I can't. My salt control not like that. I can't just. Alright, y'all niggas, just because y'all be in kitchens, don't.
So, proper salt bait action. You actually learn salt bait action in culinary school. When you're seasoning anything, you never want to do it from here because that's how you literally pour salt over everything. You always want them to go high, and then you sprinkle a little bit. This way, when you're sprinkling around everything, you can literally control where the salt is falling, and it's going to naturally spread out as it's falling down. You always want to do about 6 inches above whatever your salt is.
Yes, that looks real professional. Ah, that's gangster.
Make sure it's nice and seasoned.
Dang, salt bay action. Let's get it.
Exactly. We're gonna let these chill out for a little bit while we get our potatoes mashing. All right, so now that our beets are done, the next thing that we're going to do is we're gonna start mashing our potatoes. So over here, I have some butter. I also have some egg yolks. I also have some heavy cream, and then I also have the pesto. So the very first thing you wanna do, you have the potato masher here. Actually just work on beginning to mash the potatoes.
They mash them easy.
Make sure your potatoes are nice and soft as you do it. Once your potatoes are nice and mashed, you get some butter in there, 2 egg yolks. I'm also gonna put in some heavy cream, pesto.
I've truly never seen this before.
Pesto or pesto and mashed potatoes?
Pesto and mashed potatoes.
Yeah, this is my own creation here. Continue mashing that all up together. You want to make sure that everything we just put in there is combined.
People hope to see that a little bit.
Made me think. Green eggs and ham is just pesto
Wow.
eggs and ham.
Pesto, eggs, and ham.
Hold on, you said it sounded like a lot.
It sounds like a lot. This section noise is
I
wild.
wasn't even trying to say nothing, but since you guys already said it.
We're gonna rewind on that.
It's okay. My last episode was all about the walk too. So we're just back.
I
Here.
guess so, see? Didn't even know. I threw it back to y'all. That's how you know when the food good though. This start queefing and trying to like mac and cheese, you know, that's your hand for everything.
I use the word.
Yo, Icky out here with the shirt to color coordinate with the pesto.
I know, I feel like, man, this is on purpose, man. Shit matching me and everything.
You mentioned you got the red from the beet chips, or should I say the Bruce knees, and you got the green from the potatoes.
Alright, man, this is immaculate, man.
This
is real food right now, man.
So once your pesto is all incorporated into the mashed potatoes, you have it here. Once your mashed potatoes are all mashed, the next thing that you're gonna do, you can use an actual piping bag for this, but today I'm using a Ziploc bag just because I don't have any piping bags. I'm gonna fill this up with our mashed potatoes.
Right, this looks like everything right now.
I'm
like,
sorry.
It's so hard to not want to eat it.
And you can eat it just like this too. That's the good part. I know it does smell amazing.
I feel like people in 5-star restaurants aren't even eating like this, man. Like someone should hire you.
You heard it here. Once your potatoes are in the piping bag, the next thing you want to do is you actually want to pipe them onto your tray. When you're holding an actual piping bag of sorts, you always want to hold it from the top just so that when you squeeze it, it all doesn't explode back into your face. But you want to hold it down here and use one hand to guide. And basically what we're going to do with our potatoes is we're going to just hold it down. And then we're just going to loop them around just like that. And you're just essentially going around just like that. That one's a little sloppy. Let me give it a try.
Sure. Yeah, this is warm actually.
Yeah.
Feels kind of therapeutic.
Okay, I'm tired of the bobs. Okay.
The Windem's out here baking. Baking the Windem.
Shit. I don't even. What? Yo,
Come on, Baker, you got it.
That's wild. This look crazy. Make a dookie. Alright, let's do it. Come on then. That's enough. Dookie power.
I'm not Dookie power.
Pop. Ah! Alright, there you go.
Okay.
Bob. You feel me? I tried it.
Wow.
Not as good as y'all, but you feel me? I did my thing. Drop my little hemorrhoid pieces. Now, what are you gonna do with these when they're on the tray? Are these about to like be baked or something?
Yeah, so we're about to brush these with some butter, and then we're gonna put them right into the oven.
Oh, brush them with some butter?
Yeah. Once you have your potato duchesses all nicely formed on the tray, you're gonna take some melted butter, and we're just gonna brush the tops of them, just so that we give them some browning. Careful not to mess them up.
I mean, like so precise, like a surgeon. Things have to be steady.
Baking is, even though this is not difficult baking whatsoever, baking you really do have to be that precise, because one little mess up or being too harsh with something could literally mess up everything. Once your butter is on your potato duchesses, they're ready to go into the oven. We're gonna bake these at 450 for 10 minutes. Now that our potatoes are in the oven, the next thing that we're going to do is we're gonna take our steak and we're gonna get it cooking so that we can get our rosemary butter basted steak started. Beforehand, I already sprinkled salt on both of the sides of the steaks just so that it can dry up and it's nice and seasoned on both sides. I also have a nice hot pan here. So I'm gonna take the steak, I'm gonna lay it right down. And you want to hear that nice sizzle every single time you put a piece of meat right onto the pan, just like that.
It's like the beet chips, it's satisfying.
After your steak has been on one side for about 4 minutes or so, you want to give it a nice flip. See that nice brown color? That's exactly what you want. We're going to get that matched on both of our sides here.
Oh my God.
Today I'm using ribeye steak.
Oh my God. Damn. I just had a whole spiritual awakening.
A spiritual awakening?
I I've been baptized in the river of steak, nigga. Like, oh my god.
It's not even done yet. It isn't even its final form.
What I'm gonna do with that?
Today
Damn.
I'm using ribeye steak. This is the part of the cow that is right at its ribs. It has a lot of fat content, but it's a good amount of fat content, especially for doing the sear that we're doing today. So once your steak is seared on both sides, the last thing you're gonna do, sear the edges just to get all of those juices on the inside. Just gonna leave this right back down here. The next thing that we're gonna do, we're gonna toss our butter in here. Also gonna toss the rosemary in here as well. Gonna let that butter melt down. Windem, can you pass me some
rosemary leaf in there.
Yeah, I did.
Why you ain't chop up the rosemary? I mean, I'm just asking.
No, it's all good. So the rosemary is going to impart right into the butter. Since we're not eating the rosemary at all, it doesn't really matter that we chop it up or not, because we're just imparting the flavor into there.
Stand 7 on fire. That was chef movement. That was chef movement right there.
Once all the butter is melted, we're gonna take our spoon and we'll toss it right over the steak and get those flavors imparted into it.
The rosemary smells amazing.
That's why it doesn't even matter if I chop it up or not. You just want that fragrance to be right in there. I'm actually gonna toss that rosemary.
So as it's in the butter, the flavor is just seeping into the butter, and then you just throwing the butter over the steak.
Exactly.
Fusion.
Okay, that is great. I might have to try some of these, man.
This is for you guys.
I might have to try. Nah, not the steak, the recipe, man.
Oh,
I have
yeah.
to try this, man. Don't forget. Man, we let it eat, but you know, ladies let it eat too.
Yep. An excellent deal to make for your significant other. This is like day one, like romantic recipe situation.
Yeah. It don't even look like it was too hard to make. Like, you know, just I don't know if I could do all the pretty shit, but for the most part, I think I could do something like this, man.
Yeah, the technique is not that hard. It's really that simple. So this steak right now is about medium rare, medium situation. So I'm gonna take it off.
What is the proper way to eat a steak?
The best way to eat a steak, I would definitely say, is medium. Medium rare is fine. Rare is also good as well. Once
Like
you get
straight
past,
rare? Bloody rare?
It's good because you essentially what you do with rare steak is you sear the outside just like how I started, and then from there you get all the flavor on the outside and you still get the tenderness of the steak on the inside.
But it's gonna bleed.
It is gonna bleed, but you also get all that raw flavor on the inside. I'll make one of these rare for you.
No, please don't make it rare. I'm scared to try rare. I'm a well done kind of person myself, but I've been reading this, and you know, it's a lot of memes on the internet. Everybody like, oh, you should eat your steak well done. That's sloppy, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I don't know if I want to debate, but I'm willing to try something new today because I'm on, you know what I'm saying? I'm out here.
That's
crazy in the kitchen. I'm willing to try something new.
That's fair.
See what it do. I've never done it before. I always just order mine well done because that's what I do. I've actually never had a medium steak.
Oh, you in for a treat today.
That right there is real steak.
Big fact, it looked great. That's what I'm saying. Like, it looked good. I'm scared. You know, I've dead ass never had a steak medium. Like,
You should. A perfect medium steak is like everything. Most restaurants don't get it right when they make it for you, which is why a lot of people stray away from it. It's like the perfect combination of having like juicy meat and like having all the flavor of everything. I think beforehand, like medium rare is still pretty good. Rare is pushing it, but it's still, that's like the maximum juiciness that you can get out of a steak. Medium well, definitely pushing it on the other side because now you're starting to lose juiciness, and well done is a whole hockey puck. So
I see you were a team not well done.
To be fair, I grew up in a household that was well done, but as I went to culinary school, I definitely got converted.
Okay.
Nah,
you know what? Hopefully you can convert me today. I'm gonna try this medium thing.
Alright, I got
Let's see what it do.
I got you with the perfect medium steak. Now that our steak is done, our beet chips are also done, and also our pesto potato duchesses are done, it is now time to eat.
Yeah, I'm ready to do that.
guys ready to dig in?
Hell yeah.
Alright, let's get in
That
there.
shit look great. Oh damn, that shit just cut straight through. This is a butter knife. That shit cut softer than butter. Oh damn, that steak is actually good. You said this is medium well.
Medium well.
Damn, so one level down made all the difference.
All the difference. This piece right here might be medium. How you doing over there?
Yeah, this is good. It's nice and soft. Take some time and
You know that shit good though. Like, goddamn. Damn, what I'm gonna do with this? Try to scrape kneecap real quick.
Not this great kneecap.
Yo, this is good.
Yeah, but we might have to resume. What are you doing? Oh my god. You know you cooking all the time on the bus, bro. Right.
What's your favorite parts about it?
Nah, you can't do that. You feel like what's your favorite part?
The meat slowly melts in your mouth, and the beets have like a sweet, like a nice, natural, sweet, salty
It's all
taste.
fire. It's all fire. There's nothing here that tastes like, nah, this shit don't belong in the, like, I feel like if you gonna judge food, that means there was something wrong with it, like, there's nothing wrong with it.
That's the compliments the beet chips.
Word, like, this thing is everything. It is literally everything, man.
And the mashed potatoes are not too salty, so it gives you a chance to taste the meat.
The pesto in it too, and all of that.
Yeah, that's
Like, that pesto mashed potato, that's something right there. Like.
So what are your guys' plans for Christmas?
Oh, shit, man, I gotta cook for Christmas, so I don't know. I might be stealing this recipe right here.
How about you, Windem?
doing the same thing.
You think I cook too?
Opening presents. All fresh now.
Why do you sound so anti-festive right now?
Man, because it's 2020.
That's fair.
Actually, that's a good question. We living in 2020 in New York City. New York.
That's fair.
We can't do shit. Ain't shit happening really.
This is a fact.
I don't really see nothing to be too festive about.
That's fair.
2020 is just a crazy world we live in right now. That's why 2021 just can hope for things to be 1,000 times better.
1,000 times better.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, 2021 more festive, I guess. Like,
Nah, we'll be more festive. We'll still be in quarantine, but I feel like we'll be ready for it this time because we know what we're getting into essentially, as opposed to this year. People thought quarantine was gonna be a cute month-long situation. Then it was gonna be a cute 2-month-long situation.
Right.
Then it was gonna be a cute little to the summer situation, and now we're still here.
oh, it is what it is. Like, but the point is, what I'm saying, we all have big things planned for 2021 that are really solid, really solid ideas.
Exactly.
Things that can really actually happen. Nothing that feels rushed. Like we had to come up with this idea and feel forced to make something happen, and even if it didn't work out the way we wanted to, just have to roll with the punches.
To bring it up on a more positive note, tell me about some of the things that we actually accomplished during this year with your creativity and your projects and things that you wanted them to put out and things like that.
I say the one major thing that I got done is just working on my music, perfecting my craft, and just learning more about me as an artist, a writer. Overall, just finding more about me and realizing my real potential, and just trying to see how far I really can push that potential. So yeah. So for me, that's the one major thing that I can say that I accomplished was hell of a quarantine.
Now that's fair. How many songs did you drop this year, or how many songs have you made this year?
Well, I haven't dropped anything yet, cause like you said, hey, I have this time.
No,
I just been taking my time, experimenting, and just giving stuff some time. But right now, as I have it, I have about in the past 3 months.
You're thinking about the modest.
I'll say like
yeah.
be modest. All right.
Yeah, don't be modest. Like this is shameless
We're talking about
shameless self promotion.
And then when I'm talking about like what I mean like on music, I mean not just like some real solid music. I'd say like I have like about 14, 15. Some solid heat.
Baker, same question to you.
Musically this year, shit. We dropped 6 songs this year. We did that early on this year though, and then we dropped that with like 3 videos. I think it was 3 videos.
3 videos.
Right. I think you were in the Bash Shop video and in the Preach video. We did those 3. We did Bash Shop, Preach. I think it was Backwoods. We did those 3 this year. There were 6 that we dropped. It was supposed to be part of like a 2-part mixtape, but then like I guess quarantine hit, all sorts of shit happened. So now like we're just putting out the We Good Fam tape, and then I got another tape that I can't really tell you guys about right now, which is crazy. I have to like stop myself from saying anything about that tape, but it is what it is. Just know that 2021, early 2021, there's gonna be 2 tapes. One of them you already know is We Good Fam, and then I felt an excessive need to make sure that all of my people were straight. So like instead of just like, oh yeah, like we're new artists, we're gonna keep putting out this music shit, like everybody keep coming to us and shit like that. It was like, all right, we need something a little bit more tangible. So we attempted to like start and get this store thing. So we like turned the Baker Nation into an official LLC, like New York State recognized throughout all 50 states. We're good. And then we tried to get it like an actual commercial real estate space for a store. That went a little left, and due to certain legal processes, I can't really talk about that right now. But just know there are legal things in the work for that. For whatever reason, we decided that, what, fuck it, we're gonna we can't get this store physically, we're gonna open it online, because that's when a lot of things are happening. So right now, that's what's about to happen. We're about to launch BakerNation.life. We're gonna put all our merch up there, music's available up there, and all of that too. All of us have bios up there. We're getting ready to go to the studio this Friday, so hopefully we'll be able to put some of this stuff down and actually be able to put it up. It'll be available on all streaming platforms by 2021. I don't think we've discussed doing new videos, but we discussed doing a new show, which we also can't talk about right now, which is crazy. So yeah, we have like a lot of shit coming up for 2021, especially the early beginning 2021. So I feel like this year just gave us a good time to, just like come to terms with like what was important, what wasn't, and to like make decisive business decisions like for the betterment of ourselves and our teams. Like, it wasn't really much else we could do, but I feel like all the knowledge gained through this year, throughout the struggles, everything being shut down, having to find ways to survive around that, like all of that in the end did pay off. And now, going into 2021 with high hopes. I'm not one of those people that see that meme and is like, I'm not scared to say 2021 is my year. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. I'm fully, I feel like, shit, if anything, I feel like because this year was so crappy that 2021 will come around and it's just like, yo, this shit is definitely going to, we've made everything, like, even if there's a pandemic, we've made plans for like, to like take off, like, shit, the world could end right now, we still made plans to fly, like, you know what I'm saying? So, we're good. But yeah, I'm excited for 2021, just to see what everybody else does in the team, like me, you, Windem, Shwali, she has her shit coming out and shit like that, like, so I'm excited, man. I'm excited to see what happens.
Excited too. 2021 is gonna be a whole banger.
Big facts. Big facts. I don't think people know what 2021 is really gonna hit like.
Yeah. Your final thoughts on the food?
Boy, this food was fucking immaculate. Don't ask me no questions about that, bro. Like, don't ask me no questions about that. Like, you see my plate right now? Like, bro, no cap. Like, yeah, I don't even think you guys meat. Like, that is the last piece of fat that was left on there, bro. Like, I really skimmed, like, just for, like, raw meat. That is only just that. That's the last piece. This entire plate is cleaned out, bro. There is absolutely nothing there, bro. That shit is crazy. Like, this shit was great.
Thank you. How about you?
Big facts. Like, how you ask that? We started talking after all the food was done, man. Like, we made sure we ate this first.
It was good. I enjoyed it. It was great. Very savory, I must say.
Definitely think I'm gonna be making this for Christmas. Some steak with the Dutch mashed potatoes with pesto and beet chips. That was a wave.
I really did like the beet chips though.
The beet chips were the wave. That was the truth. Yeah, definitely. Definitely bring those back for your boy. Them Beet chips were immaculate.
Thank you everybody for joining us on my 6th episode of the Kagekids Kitchen, the Christmas episode. I'm joined here with my good friends Baker and Windem, and if you want to see some good content on my page that features both of them, check out my 3 videos that I shot, which is Icky's Videos, Backwoods, Bash App, and Preach. I'll put a link somewhere, or I'll put a video up somewhere. I also did a bunch of cool things recently. I made a website, so you can look up KagekidCreative.com and you can see all of my cool stuff that I do there. Follow me on all the social medias. I'm literally Kagekid. Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok, anything the kids are using nowadays. I'm there. And I also made a Patreon. You can be sure to follow me there too. My Patreon is also Kagekid as well. And I hope you and your families have good Christmas and happy holidays. Hope you learned a lot on this episode and go to make this for yourself.
Yep.
Peace. Kagekids Kitchen, Kagekids Kitchen. Kagekids Kitchen, Kagekids Kitchen.